you know, he just let himself down. And then obviously there's a lot of people out there that respected him, and you know, he was their inspiration. So a lot of people did feel let down. But for me, I just thought as a sportsman, you've let yourself down.
Does the fact that he cheated, though, mean that the inspiration's taken away, or can people still draw inspiration from what he did, regardless?
So this is where I go back, and this is where I can cut it off and justify what I feel and doing. Is that moment of time when I needed something, it was his story. And I'm thinking back, he was a young kid when he was diagnosed and told a similar sort of outlook, you know, your chances of survival with this. And I got told I had 3 months at first. So mine was, God, what's happening, you know? And 2 days later I was told I had 3 years, so that was a bonus. So I was going back to them when I was reading that book. That was a moment. And watching what he was doing and setting up the foundation, his Livestrong Foundation, raising, I don't know, was it $500 million? And obviously making a good cause with people that were suffering with cancer, you know. So that's what I go back to, and I want people to remember that. You know, I can't change what's happened in the past regarding his cycle career, but I think, you know, it's about time people started remembering what he did on that side.
Just explain why invite him to be part of this effort in the summer to ride stages of the Tour de France. What are the benefits of that?
This is what I was playing in my mind for quite a while. 10 years, like I say, was celebrating my remission, being told that great news. But I also wanted to shout about the work that what we've done, what our charity's done. You know, I got told before, when I first started my foundation, we set campaigning up to have this therapy acceleration program, which is a simple program which allows clinical research, translation of all this wealth of science to benefit patients. So it was an opportunity of really celebrating the work we've done. I'll get to what the question was, but I just think people need to know what he inspired, because it was me, a patient, ex-footballer, a friend of mine, a patient, another survivor, and a professor, a very, very clever professor. And we've been inspired by him. And so we went out and we achieved what we set out to do. And this program is going to deliver about £100 million of free drugs into the NHS system for free. You know, it's just amazing. And, you know, I want to celebrate that. But 10 years on, there was this chap who was my inspiration. And I might not have gone down that route. I might have thought, foundation me? No. But that was a start of that. So I feel that he's got a place in the future. You know, some people might say it's not now, but I think it's about time I give him a lift back into helping the people in the cancer community. You know, for the better of that. You know, I just feel that it's my opinion.
You'll have heard the arguments against it. People have criticised the decision.
Yep.
Brian Cookson, the most powerful figure in the sport, has said it's disrespectful to the Tour de France, and he hopes that you'll reconsider. What do you say to that?
Yeah, no, this is a charity bike ride, and I've done it 2 days before and 2 days after the Tour, and I've been at a stage of the Tour. The Tour turns up on the day. It's there. On the next day or the day before, it's just a highway. Everything's gone, and that's what the Tour is about. I'm celebrating 10 years since I did the Tour in 2005. I thought that was pretty special, and I want to allow people to join in, raising the target of £1 million to join in and experience what I went through. And you know, people have signed up to do it.
And so you won't reconsider. You're going to go ahead. You won't say to Lance, actually, maybe it's best if you don't come.
No. It's I know what I've done. You know, with Lance, it was always going to be controversial. I knew that, but I feel it's time to, like I say, to allow him to carry on with his life. He's paid for his past, and he's going to pay more You know, it's for the governing bodies to sort that out. I just want to give him the opportunity of helping others. And if his 2 days of his involvement help just to, get more revenue in for the good cause, then that's great.
So no regrets?
No regrets whatsoever.
Will it, do you think, help raise the profile of it? Is the sheer fact there'll be media attention around his involvement good for the charity? Will it mean more financial donations, or is there a danger it could backfire? Because one could argue that people were going to support it regardless of Lance's involvement, just having you.
No, well, this is the thing. Nobody really, and it's not that. Again, I go back to the point. It's a charity by right, and we want to raise as much money as we can. And what really struck, and this is why I went out to see Lance, I wanted to see his reaction when I started talking about his work with cancer. And I think that's really sort of saddens and frustrates him, that he can't be seen to be helping people. And probably I've been in a similar sort of situation where for the last 10 years I've been seen as a positive. So I've had people ring me up and say, my daughter, my son is going through it at the moment, and can you come and see them? And it's frustrating, I've seen too many lose a battle. And I'm too passionate and to let people, get in the way. It's not, I don't want to be confrontational about anything. I just want the message, what we're trying to achieve, is bigger. Yeah. It's all about saving lives. It's all about supporting and funding new opportunities, supporting doctors and nurses who are just desperate for these products to be delivered to patients and give them hope. That's all what it's about.
When you looked into his eyes and you proposed this idea, how excited was he about it? How up for it is he? Have you had any contact since that meeting? And you got any concerns he'll pull out? He'll thank goodness all this flack. Or is he up for this?
It took a while. That's what I'm saying. It took a while for him to not allow, but for me to go out there and meet him. And I think I could see that. That's what I say. I could see some, definitely sadness in his eyes, but like a real interest, because I told him exactly what we've done, with the amount of money we've raised and the amount of difference that we're going to make. People are now surviving with the work we've done. And if I can get him involved and it magnifies the work we're doing, who can argue with that? And that's all I'm doing. The past will look after, you can't change the past. And like I say, people will carry on doing what they have to do to sort that out. Look to the future, and that's all I'm doing. I want the future to be better for the people in the cancer community and have the opportunity of new drugs, new therapies that will save lives. Simple as that.